1, 2, 3, go. Yeah.
What is up, guys? My name is itischrisbryan and welcome to it's not CB anymore. It's Journey to the Range, episode number 3, but I only take one take for every video, so that's gonna be in the video. Journey to the Range, episode number 3. So yesterday I did something crazy, which was fucking awesome. I saw a man by the name of Anthony Robbins. I'm sure all of you guys know who he is. If you don't, definitely check out some of his stuff. He's a truly remarkable human being. And I saw him at this, I hope I didn't just fuck with the mic too much, but the Real Estate Wealth Expo at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. So when I refer to yesterday, it's March 19th right now, so March 18th. I had a super long day, fun filled, and it was a really awesome day. Woke up at like 5 o'clock to get there. It was St. Paddy's Day the day before, so one of the first St. Paddy's days that I haven't like partied, which was a new experience. Definitely, I worked throughout St. Paddy's Day to go to this the next morning. Me and my friend Rashad, he picked me up at like 5:30. We drove to the Metro Toronto Convention Center in downtown Toronto. Got there for like 5:45, 6, and the rest of the day was spent there. And there were some amazing speakers there. So the first person I remember was, I think I have all of them here. I took a lot of notes. So yeah, the first person was Jim Jim. He's on Dragon's Den. He's the guy who owns Boston Pizza and has a part of Mr. Lube as well. He was really awesome. He gave a lot of insight about never giving up. He was a part of the mounted police. I'm not sure if you guys know that or not, but he just said that like whenever he tried to start something new, everyone was telling him to quit. Everyone was telling him stop, as some people are telling me right now. But and he said just be resilient and go with what you believe in and never give up. And which a lot of the people said that day, but he said it in his own way. And obviously I'm paraphrasing, but it was very impactful, and he told some stories about his life, and it was pretty awesome. And then they had a real estate panel with a bunch of people from the Toronto market, and they were talking about good places to look forward to investing. Like the top places they named was, one of the girl on the panel said follow the 407, which I found interesting, which makes sense because it's a new highway that's being built and it's a toll highway, so it makes sense to follow the 407 where anyone was on there. And then most of the other people said Scarborough, Hamilton, Buffalo. Those are all places to watch for if you're thinking about investing in some properties. So that was pretty interesting. And then they also said something I didn't know, which I even learned, was when you have 6 properties, when you go to get your 7th or your 6th or more than that, most of the time you're going to need commercial in lending, which is like obviously for a consumer, when you get a personal house, you go to the bank, you get a mortgage, but when you have commercial property, it's a completely different process. So if you have 6 or more properties, that's something they mentioned, that you're gonna have to get commercial lending, which is something I learned because that's something I definitely want to do, have more than 6 properties. And then I have a whole bunch of pages of notes, so I'm not going to go through all of them. But so after that panel, I believe it was 2 of the people from Love It or List It, and then a flipping person too, like Flip or Flop or something like that. And those 2 had a lot of good insights on flipping properties and finding the right properties as well. So that was pretty awesome. So to start off the day, it was really really educational, and I learned a bunch of stuff. But then throughout the middle of the day, it just kind of got, we were starting to get a little tired, and everyone was just trying to sell stuff. Literally before Pitbull came on, so I know Pitbull was there, but he honestly had an amazing speech. Like he was interviewed by a girl, and she was asking him good questions, and he was taking it in great directions, and he had a really good speech. I didn't think he was gonna speak that well, and he also said it was his first convention like that, where he's had to speak about his life and the things he's done and success and all that stuff. So I was really amazed at Pitbull. And if you guys follow me on Snapchat or on Instagram, you saw my story yesterday. So, and when I say yesterday, it's like I said, the 18th, but I'm not going to release this video till like probably next week or the week after, because Brandon's on vacation right now, which is completely fine. But that's one of the reasons I want to get my own computer, so I can edit my own stuff, and I'll be my own workshop here. I can film, edit, record everything on my own, and I don't have to put the onus on waiting for Brandon. But shout out to Brandon again for always being the man and helping me out when I need it. But so back to my point. So Pitbull, before Pitbull came on, there was probably like 3 or 4 speakers that spoke for like an hour plus, and they all just wanted to sell a program. By all means, it all sounded good stuff. I almost bought a couple of them, but I didn't end up buying any of them. But they were selling some quality products, and they all had no money back guarantees, and you could write them off, and they knew how to sell. They were very good at selling, and some of them looked like some very good products that probably would have been worth the money, but it's just not for me right now. And then after that, Pitbull went on, and he had an amazing speech, like I said earlier, and then he performed a few songs, which was pretty awesome, brought the whole room up, and then they put another person on that was selling for an hour and a bit. And after we all sat through that, then the amazing Tony Robbins came on, and by this time he was supposed to come on at 4:30, and I believe he came on at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So it was 12 hours. I was there at that convention before Tony Robbins came on. And Tony Robbins was, honestly, I've never seen him before. I've seen a lot of his online content, heard a couple of his podcasts, so I already knew he was amazing, but my God, Tony... That guy is amazing. Like, I would pay some serious money to spend a lot of time with that guy. I can say with reasonable understanding that he changed everyone's life that was there if they wanted to listen and understood and put into action the things that he was saying. I'll try and give you guys like the basis. I have tons of notes here from him, but I'll try and give you like the basis of the speech that he gave to us and what he was doing. And you definitely search up Tony Robbins. There's tons of content on him. He has a movie on Netflix if you guys want to watch that. It's simply amazing, and he gets everybody moving and jumping around. He brings energy in. But the basis of his speech, if I take it the right way, was that there was a bunch of things, but the main takeaway was that every state that you're in, and what I mean by state is if you're angry, you're happy, you're sad, whatever the state is, you have control of that. And what you think and what you do is in like movements, because he got us like all jumping around and excited, and it makes you feel better. It really does. Or the thoughts that you think, so think about stuff you appreciate, the best moments of your life, all that stuff can change the state that you're in. And that's the most important thing. The state that you're in on a constant basis is how you act and how you see every situation. Everyone has those days where you're in a beautiful state, and no matter what happens, you just kind of take it with a stride, and nothing really affects you. And then everyone also has those days where you're super angry, and something that you would normally probably get happy about or just not be affected by completely pisses you off, and that's because of the state you're in. And he really gave some great examples and walked us through some things that we can do to change our state. And then another thing I want to let you guys know is what did he say? Oh, here we go. He says three causes of suffering, and he meant suffering as when he called suffering and beautiful state. So it's either you're in a beautiful state or you're in a suffering state. So if you're in a suffering state, you're angry, you're just not having, you're angry, you're nervous, you're anything that isn't in a beautiful state. So you're angry, you're stressed, you're having a bad experience, and then when you're in a beautiful state, you're feeling love, appreciation, and you're having an amazing time. So he said things that put you in a suffering state are loss, less, and never. So feeling that you've lost something, feeling that you're less than something or someone or person, or never, that you're never going to achieve something, that you can't do something. Those three things, lost, less, never, are what could put you in a suffering state. And he explained it way better than I did, but that's the basis of it. And then the three things that can end a suffering state are appreciation and joy, learning and growing, and then love, give, and be grateful. Those things are kind of self-explanatory. So those are a couple quick takeaways I can give you from the amazing Tony Robbins, and that gives no justice to the amazing work he does. He brought a room that was there for 12 hours to its feet and feeling absolutely amazing. The whole room was roaring like it never was before, and it was truly breathtaking. I'd never been a part of something like that, and I would have paid all my money to go there just for Tony Robbins, to be honest. So I'm super happy I did that. And yeah, he did that he spoke for like 3+ hours, and he was supposed to end at like 6:30, and he started at 6:30, and everyone was still roaring till like 9:20ish. So I'm super grateful for that experience. So my question of the day today is, what experience have you guys been through that you've been grateful for that's changed your life? Have you ever seen a motivational speaker or something like that? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.